Hello students, welcome to part 3 of the chapter Organic Chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. So last class we studied about how to identify hybridization and how to identify the shape of the molecule and how to identify the number of sigma bonds and pi bonds. Let's move on to next topic, percentage of S character and percentage of P character. So it is very important for your competitive examination purpose. So इधर मेल क्वेश्चंस केट करता है. So in case of sp3, sp2 and sp type of hybridization, we have to find out the percentage of S character and percentage of P character. So it is very simple. In case of sp3 type of hybridization, we have 4 hybridized orbitals. We have 1 S hybridized orbital and 3 P hybridized orbital. Total 3 plus 1 4. So we have 4 hybridized orbitals. But out of 4 hybridized orbitals, we have only 1 S hybridized orbital. So we are talking about percentage of S character. Total we have 4 hybridized orbital. But out of 4 hybridized orbital, we have only 1 S hybridized orbital. That is 1 into 100. So we will get 25% in this case. Calculate ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So 25% ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So in this case, same sp3 type of hybridization, we have 4 hybridized orbitals, but out of 4 hybridized orbitals, p hybridized orbitals ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 3 ಇದೆ into 100. So in this case, you will get 75%. Same in this case, we have 3 hybridized orbitals, 1 S hybridized orbital and 2 P hybridized orbital. Total hybridized orbitals are 3. So next S hybridized orbital ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? 1 ಇದೆ. 1 by 3 into 100. So we will get 33.33%. Same total we have 3 hybridized orbitals, but out of 3 hybridized orbitals we have 2 P hybridized orbitals into 100. Same in this case, we have only 2 hybridized orbitals. Out of 2 hybridized orbitals, we have only 1 S orbital into 100. So we will get 50%. Same 1 by 2 into 100. We will get 50%. So sp3 type of hybridization, percentage of S character will be less, percentage of P character will be more. In case of sp2 type of hybridization, same percentage of S character will be less, percentage of P character will be more. But in this case, in case of sp type of hybridization, percentage of S character will be equal to percentage of P character. There is one note, very important. So in case of sp3, sp2, sp, percentage of S character increases. In case of sp3, sp2 and sp type of hybridization, percentage of S character increases. Percentage of S character increases. As the percentage of S character increases, percentage of P character decreases. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ percentage of P character S character increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, percentage of P character ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ decrease ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So as the percentage of S character increases, percentage of P character decreases. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? As the percentage of S character increases, percentage of P character decreases. When the percentage of P character decreases, the bond length will become short. Bond length will become short. So shorter bonds will going to be the stronger bonds. Shorter bonds are going to be the stronger bonds. So stronger bonds, obviously they require a lot of energy to break the bond, and hence bond energy, or it is also known as bond enthalpy, increases. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. As the percentage of S character increases, percentage of P character decreases. As the percentage of P character decreases, the bond length will become short. When the bond length will become short, the shorter bonds will going to be the stronger bonds, and hence lot of energy to required or lot of energy required to break that bond. So that bond, that energy is known as bond energy or bond enthalpy. Next one, as the percentage of S character increases, this is first point and this is second point. As the percentage of S character increases, as the percentage of S character increases, electronegativity of that carbon increases. As the percentage of S character increases, electronegativity of that carbon increases. In these three cases, sp3, sp2 and sp type of hybridization, the percentage of S character will be more in sp type of hybridization. So this, the carbon atom present in sp type of hybridization will show more electronegativity. Electronegativity is nothing but it is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons towards itself. It is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared pair of electrons, that is electronegativity. Percentage of S character increases, electronegativity of that carbon increases. So in this case, percentage of S character will be more. Why? As the percentage of S character increases, the electronegativity of that carbon increases. Because an S orbital, it is being spherical in shape. An S orbital being spherical in shape, and it is very close to the nucleus, and it is attracted by all the directions or all the possible directions by the nucleus. S orbital being spherical in shape, and it is very close to the nucleus, and it is attracted from all the possible directions by the nucleus, and hence hybrid orbital having more S character will be more close to the nucleus and shows more electronegativity. So if we compare these three hybridizations, percentage of S character will be more in sp type of hybridization. So the carbon atom present in this type of hybridization will show more electronegativity. Then sp2 and then sp3. sp hybridized carbon atom shows more electronegativity than sp2 type of hybridization, and sp2 type of hybridization will show more electronegativity than sp3. Okay, next topic is structural representation of organic compounds. So in that, first one, electron dot structure. So in this method, electrons of the valence shell are symbolized by dots. Electrons of the valence shell are represented or symbolized by dots. So I will take methane as an example. Methane, it has formula CH4. So carbon, it has electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. Hydrogen, it has electronic configuration 1s1. So in case of carbon, this is the first shell and this is the valence shell. Carbon, it has 4 electrons in the valence shell, and hydrogen, it has only 1 electron in the valence shell. So in this case, these valence in this method, these valence electrons are represented by dots. So in case of methane, carbon, it has 4 electrons in the valence shell. 1, 2, 3, 4. So same hydrogen, it has 1 electron in the valence shell, but we have 4 hydrogens. Hydrogen, it has only 1 electron in the valence shell. This is electron dot structure, or it is also known as Lewis dot structure. So if you move on to next compound, next molecule, I will take ethane. It has formula C2H6. So in this case, we have 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogens. So just I will write 2 carbon atoms. Each carbon atom it has 4 electrons in the valence shell. So ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೋತೀನಿ 1 2 3 4. So ಈ carbon ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, this carbon also has 4 electrons in the valence shell. Next 6 hydrogens along with 1 electron. Then here 1 2 3. So this is the electron dot structure of ethane. So I will take methyl alcohol as an example. This is nothing but CH3OH. So I will write carbon. It has 4 electrons in the valence shell and bonded by 3 hydrogen atoms along with 1 electron. Then oxygen is alwa. So oxygen it has electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p4. So this is the first shell and this is the last shell. It is nothing but a valence shell. So in valence shell oxygen it has 6 electrons 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 electron are represent ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ 1 2 3 4 5 6. And then hydrogen ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So hydrogen along with 1 electron. So this is the electron dot structure of methyl alcohol. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Next one, structural formula or graphical formula, or it is also known as complete structural formula. The structure of organic compounds can be represented in several different ways, but the most important is Lewis structures. So first one ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ನಲ್ವಾ, electron dot structure or Lewis dot structure ಅಂತ, those are very very important. Those structures can be further simplified if each pair of electron making a covalent bond is represented by single dash, double bond will be represented by double dash, and triple bond will be represented by triple dash. Single bond will be represented by single dash, double bond will be represented by double dash, triple bond will be represented by triple dash. I will take ethane as an example. Ethane is nothing, the formula is C2H6. So we have 2 carbon atoms and 6 hydrogen atoms. ANE represents, the bond between 2 carbon atoms is a single bond. AN is nothing but carbon carbon single bond. So this carbon contains 3 hydrogens 1 2 3. This carbon also contains 3 hydrogens. So this is the complete structural formula, or it is also known as graphical formula. I will take ethene as an example. Ethene, it has formula C2H4. EN is nothing but carbon carbon double bond. Carbon carbon double bond. And we have 4 hydrogen atoms. This carbon contains 2 hydrogen atoms and this carbon contains 2 hydrogen atoms. Next I will take ethane as an example. It has formula C2H2. YNE is nothing but carbon carbon triple bond. Carbon carbon triple bond. So 2 hydrogens. This carbon contains 1 hydrogen and this carbon contains 1 hydrogen. So in this case all the single bonds are represented by single dash. In this case double bond will be represented by double dash, and in this case triple bond will be represented by triple dash. But I will take one more example, methyl alcohol. It has formula CH3OH. So in this case carbon, it has 3 hydrogens 1 2 3. Next we have oxygen and we have hydrogen. But except carbon and hydrogen, the remaining, I will take oxygen, it is heteroatom, or you can say sulfur is also heteroatom, nitrogen is also heteroatom. So carbon and hydrogen are remaining are heteroatoms. So in this case, the lone pair of electrons on the heteroatoms may or may not be shown. The lone pair of electrons on the heteroatoms may or may not be shown. So ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಟೆರೋಆಟಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್. ಸೊ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ it has electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 2p4. So this is the first shell, this is the valence shell. So oxygen it has 6 electrons in the valence shell, but out of 6 electrons 2 electrons they make a bond between carbon and hydrogen. One electron it make a bond between oxygen and carbon, and one more electron will make a bond between oxygen and hydrogen. So in next bonds there are 4 bonds. So a valence electron represent ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರಬಹುದು. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, single bond is represented by single dash, double bond will be represented by double dash, triple bond will be represented by triple bond. And the lone pair of electrons on the heteroatoms may or may not be shown. ಇದನ್ನ represent ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ represent ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರಬಹುದು. So this is regarding complete structural formula. Next one, condensed structural formula. So these are the complete structural formula of ethane, ethene and ethane. So this structural formula can be further abbreviated by omitting some or all the dashes representing the covalent bonds. Those are known as condensed structural formula. ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ covalent bonds ಇದೆ, so ಆ covalent bonds ನಾವು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಡಬೇಕು. Suppose, so this is the complete structural formula of ethane. So this complete structural formula of ethane can be further condensed to carbon. It contains 3 hydrogens, and one more carbon, it contains 3 hydrogens. So this is the condensed formula. But this condensed formula it is ಏನು CH3 CH2 ಇದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. Carbon, we have 2 carbon atoms C2, we have 6 hydrogen atoms C2H6. So these two are the condensed formula of ethane. So in this case ethene, so this is the complete structural formula of ethene. So you can write carbon, it has 2 hydrogens, double bond, next carbon it has 2 hydrogens, or it can be further condensed to C2H4, 2 carbon atoms, 4 hydrogen atoms. So in this case this is the complete structural formula of ethane. So it can be further condensed to CH, triple bond CH, or it is further condensed to C2H2, 2 carbon atoms and 2 hydrogen atoms. So these are the condensed structural formulas. Sometimes these structural formula can be further condensed by enclosing repetitive structural units with a bracket and placing an integer as a subscript indicating the number of times the structural units gets repeated. So example ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, CH3 CH2 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 and CH3. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ನೋಡಿ, CH3 CH2 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 and CH3. So this structural formula can be further condensed by enclosing number of times the structural unit gets repeated. So I will take CH3 ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, they can be further condensed by enclosing repetitive structural units. Repetitive structural unit ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ CH2 ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅದು 1 2 3 4 5 6 CH2 6 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ CH3 ಇದೆ. This structural formula can be condensed by enclosing repetitive structural unit with a bracket and placing an integer as a subscript, indicating the number of times the repetitive units, mean number of times the structural units gets repeated. Artha aita? So I will take one more example. CH3, CH2, 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 COOH. Same. So I mean repetitive units, repetitive structural unit ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ CH2. ಎಷ್ಟು times there? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So CH3, CH2, it is a structural, mean repetitive structural units. It can be enclosed with a bracket, placing an integer as a subscript. This time there 6 times there. And last one is COOH. Next one, bond line structural formula. So it is a simple, short and convenient method of representing organic molecules. So in this method, carbon-carbon bonds are represented by lines drawn in a zigzag fashion. So illond carbon atom irutte, illond carbon atom irutte. So carbon-carbon bonds are shown by lines drawn in a zigzag fashion, and carbon atoms at the terminal positions and intersections. In carbon-carbon bonds, those bonds will be represented by zigzag lines, and carbon atoms at the end and intersection positions. Single bond is represented by single dash. Double bond will be represented by 2 parallel lines, and triple bond will be represented by 3 parallel lines. Although carbon atoms are not shown, but all the atoms other than the carbon and hydrogen are shown on the zigzag line, are shown by zigzag lines. All the atoms other than carbon and hydrogen means it may be oxygen, or it may be nitrogen, or it may be sulfur. Carbon atoms are not shown, but all atoms other than the carbon and hydrogen are shown on the zigzag lines. Further, it is assumed that each carbon atom on the line end and intersection. So if you consider, so in this case, each carbon atom, so I mean these are nothing but termini. These are termini or terminal positions. These are intersections. So all these are intersections. Idu intersection hai, idu intersection. These are unsubstituted intersections. So further it is assumed that each carbon atom at the termini and intersection is attached with a required number of hydrogen atoms. So ಈಗ ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this carbon is attached to only one bond. This carbon is bonded by only one bond, but the carbon valence is 4. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ 3 hydrogens. Same alva ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it attached to only one bond and it requires 3 more hydrogens. But in this case, in terminal intersection positions, carbon ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, just carbon ಇದೆ ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. This carbon is bonded by 2 bonds. Next ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು 2 hydrogens ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. Say 2 hydrogens CH2. Remember one thing, the termini positions represents CH3 groups. Terminal positions ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, those represents CH3 groups, and unsubstituted intersections, these are unsubstituted intersections, they represent CH2 groups. For example, I will take 3-methyl octane. I will take 3-methyl octane as an example. Octane is nothing but number of carbon atoms are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So third position, third carbon atom linked with methyl group. 1, 2, 3. So this is third carbon atom linked with CH3 groups. So in this case, this is a 3-methyl octane. In this case, This is termini position, it is also termini position, and this is also termini position. So these terminal positions or these termines, they represent CH3 groups, and these are unsubstituted intersections. These are unsubstituted intersections. They represent CH2 groups. Let's see some examples. 2-methyl hexane. So formula ಅವನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಈ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಬಾಂಡ್ ಲೈನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 carbon atoms are there. So bond length formula 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Next, methyl group attached to second carbon atom. So second carbon atom 1 2. This is the second carbon atom. One line by. So this is the bond line formula of 2-methyl hexane. The termini position, they represents CH3 groups, and intersections represents CH2 groups. In this case, 2-bromobutane, number of carbon atoms are 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Number of carbon atoms are 4. Bromine atom, it is attached to second carbon atom 1 2. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ Br represent B. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು CH3 ಬರೀಲಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ? That is not hetero atom. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ Br ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Carbon and hydrogen ಬಿಟ್ಟು remaining ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. In this case, CH2 double bond CH, CH2, CH3. Name of this compound is 1-butane. So number of carbon atoms 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1-butane means first carbon atom, it is bonded by double bond. So this is the first carbon atom that is bonded by double bond. So 1-butane 1 2 3 4. So this is the bond length formulas. Let's solve some NCERT text questions. So write the condensed on bond length formula for these two structures. I have to write the condensed on bond length formula for these two structures. So this is the first compound. First we have to write the condensed formula for this compound. So OH ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. CH2 1 2 3. 3 times CH2 unit get repeated. So CH2 thrice. Then we have CH, CH3, CH, CH3 and CH3. So this is the condensed formula for this compound. And we have to write the bond length formula for this condensed structure. So we have OH. I will represent OH here. Then CH2 thrice. CH2 ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ? 3 times ಇದೆ. 1 ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಒಂದು CH2 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. 2 3. OH ಮುಗಿತು, CH2 3 times. OH ಮುಗಿತು, CH2 CH2 CH. Then CH group. That the CH group is bonded by CH3. Then is bonded by CH3. Then one more CH. This CH group is also bonded to CH3, and finally one more CH3. So this is the bond length formula. Next one, N triple bond C, CH OH C triple bond. So we have to write the condensed formula for this compound, and then we have to write the bond length formula for this compound. So condensed formula, just first I will write OH and I will write CH, because we have two CN groups here, C triple bond N. So CN 2 times. So this is the condensed formula for this compound. Now we have to write the bond line formula for this compound. OH CH CN twice. Same OH ಬರ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. Then CH ಇಲ್ಲಿ already there. OH CH. This carbon atom is bonded to 2 CN groups. One CN and one more CN group. So this is the bond line formula for this compound. Dear students, let's solve some multiple choice questions. First one, condensed structure of butane is. So he is asking condensed structure. So you know first one ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬ್ಯೂಟೇನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. So it is not a condensed structure. But in this case, he omitted covalent bonds. Hence, this is the condensed structure. But this is bond line formula. So option B is correct. Next one, percentage of S character in sp3 hybrid orbital is. He is asking percentage of S character in sp3 hybridized orbital. So sp3 means we have total 4 orbitals, 4 hybridized orbitals. Out of 4 hybridized orbitals, we have only one S hybridized orbital into 100. So we will get 25%. So percentage of S character in sp3 hybridized orbital is 25%. Next question, the electronegativity of carbon will be more in sp3, sp2, sp and all of this. He is asking electronegativity of carbon will be more in sp3 type of hybridization or sp2 type of hybridization or sp type of hybridization. I already told you, as the percentage of S character increases, electronegativity of that carbon is also increases. So in these 3 cases, which hybridized carbon atom will have more S character? In case of sp3, we already solve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ sp3 ನಲ್ಲಿ percentage of S character ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ, 25% ಇದೆ. sp2 ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ total number of hybridized orbitals are 3, but out of 3 hybridized orbital, S orbital is only 1 into 100. So we will get 33.33%. But in case of sp hybridized orbital, total we have 2 hybridized orbitals. Out of 2 hybridized orbital, we have only one S hybridized orbital into 100. So percentage of S character will be 50. So if we compare sp3, sp2 and sp type of hybridization, the percentage of S character will be more in sp type of hybridization. Hence, the electronegativity of carbon will be more in sp type of hybridization. Thank you.